Hello, Terry here, and we're back with Symbiotic Love, the demo. Yesterday I have to end a visual novel without reaching the end of a chapter or something interesting. Well, we did see something interesting, but it's a little far away at the beginning of the part 2, not at the end. Because it has been a little bit around 30 minutes for me, which is, I have a limited time to record. Anyway, let's continue playing the game, shall we? Yeah, so Janu have already made little way kinda confused. Jealous, you could say. She thinks you are biased, she's jealous. Oh, she's jealous, Ah, that's a good point, right? No?
大概是吃醋了吧？
I guess she's jealous, I pulled Jianyu over and murmured into her ear. Now you realize. Huh?
真是没救了。
She's hopeless. Seeing Jianyu looking perplexed, I couldn't help but murmur to myself.
小薇，你吃醋了？
Yeah, she's definitely jealous. And this pink little piggy still had the guts to ask the victim herself. Pink little piggy, what? Sensing an imminent war, I quickly started studying. After solving the question, the announcer began broadcasting music for the assembly. Oh, okay, transitioning to where? What? That was quite an awkward transition. We didn't see the transfer student during the opening ceremony. During the ceremony, I recalled Jenny's description of the transfer student. It reminded me of that girl I met yesterday. A girl with long black straight hair with an intense stare. Also a nice body. No. I stole a glance at Jianyu. We are both in the flat chest club. I couldn't help but sigh. Okay.
难道那个女生不是高一新生，而是转校生？
Could that girl not have been a freshman but a transfer student? Could be. And she could be transferred to your class.
不会这么巧吧？
Couldn't be such a coincidence. Borrowing Jianyu words, she said this is where you succeeded in raising an event flag. Oh, nice. When she stood up on the podium and began speaking, I was already entranced. Wait, she's in the podium speaking too. Nice. Entranced by the memories of that evening from my childhood. What? Why are we skipping to that evening of your childhood? She said the same thing that day. Who said the same thing that day? Why are we jumping so far suddenly? And now we have reached something interesting. Quite long though. Quite long if we count from... If we try to end the part 2 at this point, it's quite long. Ah. Should I read or... I'm like a stage clown for the audience to poke fun at. Okay. So there was going to be a voice actor reading it first, so I refrained myself from reading that line. But apparently there isn't. Oh. Before I could show my face, there was already commotion on the classroom as I walked in with my homeroom teacher. I was used to being at the receiving end of such reception, however I never thought this would happen at a girls' school. Oh, you just didn't know how many Yuri's lesbian are there. I dislike being the center of attention. They could have just treated me like an ordinary person. They did! Because you're an ordinary person, they're They're falling in love for you.
我又不是什么怪物。
It's not like I'm a monster. Jihua or Jihua? The chatting reluctantly died down after the homeroom teacher's stern warning, but before I could thank her in my heart, she tossed me a more challenging task. Now allow your new classmate to introduce herself. She seemed to have said something along those lines and then descended to the podium to become part of the audience. Under the watchful gaze of a few dozen pairs of eyes, I was unable to utter a single word. I wasn't nervous. Such small fries couldn't intimidate me compared to the reception my parents took me as a child. What? Small fries? What do you mean? But when I realized I have to put on a facade, I suddenly feel disgusted. Facade? What do you mean by you have to put in a facade? Why don't you just be your own self? I turned around to write my name on the blackboard, then I took a deep breath before turning around. My poker face disappeared.
大家好，我叫子画。
Greetings everyone, my name is Zihua. Commotion immediately stirred again. This time the teacher took a back seat, silently letting the chatter run its course. All I could do was to maintain my smile, waiting for the silence to return. The last thing I wanted was to repeat my speech because of the noise. Oh. The chit-chat died down quickly, probably because the homeroom teacher was present. Just as I was about to recite a pleasantry to end this pointless introduction, a familiar voice shouted out, bursting between my ears. How loud is that familiar voice shouting?
子画，
Shihua! 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 Yeah, so that's how you say it, Shihua. And what is it, this role?
是昨天的那个女生。
It's the girl from yesterday. Oh no. She was standing in the last row, pointing her finger erratically at me, which irritated me a bit, yeah, indeed. Take revenge on her, ignore her. Nah, let's not be too much on the first day, shall we? Let's just ignore her. Ignore the small fries, as you say. Oh, that's a bad thing? Okay. Wait, this is a 2 hours game, and I don't want to get a bad ending, so... Okay, so... Take revenge on her? Alright. That sounds harsh, but it gets a good point, so I don't know why. But we'll see how it goes.
是的，我是子画。
Jihua. Shihua. I repeated my name, but that wasn't enough revenge for what happened yesterday, so I decided to tease her. Revenge for what happened yesterday? What did she do? It was a misunderstanding.
请问是不是我的声音太小，让这位同学没有听清呢？
Oh, hope your voice wasn't too soft so that you couldn't hear me. The whole class erupted into laughter. That girl seemed to have realized the gaffe she made and sat down looking embarrassed. What they are discussing is of no concern to me. I only wanted to know how long this fiasco would last. Do you have anything else to tell to the class? The homeroom teacher looked at her watch. My speech probably ran over and she was hinting at me to wrap it up.
虽然只有高中的最后一年，但我还是希望能够和大家成为朋友。
Oh, this might be our last year in high school, but I still like to be friends with everyone. Wait, you immediately becomes lover in the last year? How fast is that? And then someone died? God dang. I didn't really mean it. Once I was finished, the homeroom teacher assigned me to an empty seat in the second row. That morning in the office, the homeroom teacher mentioned that we could freely choose our seat as long as it doesn't affect our studies. That is why I wasn't surprised the empty seat happened to be in front. I ignored the sideways glances and took out my textbook and notebook from my school bag, getting ready for the teacher's lecture. Back then I was so blind. I have a bad eyesight and no glasses at all. But the teacher decided to put me in the back row. Some teacher did decide to put me in front, but most decided to put me in the back where I couldn't see at all. So I just borrow my friend's note or didn't even study at all. Excelente. Only friends, I probably never have them, just like before. Oh, let me tell you what. In this school, you will form a mystery gang, or something like that. Like Scooby-Doo. Except with no dogs. I don't know where you could get the dogs to. Probably you could just adopt a dog from outside the school or uh, point a student to be a dog. Just saying. Pretending to be a dog. So the mystery team is complete. That's enough. Okay, what's enough? For crying out loud, it was spoken as formality, but this girl didn't seem to take a hint. During the break, they all circled around me like a specimen. From cosmetic to the trendiest fashion or the latest TV dramas, nothing they said interested me. Okay. It was like this during the first break, second break, until lunchtime. While I half-heartedly entertained them, the short-haired girl lingering nearby caught my attention. Aha, Jiswoo. She was pacing around the classroom, feigning indifference, but her gaze was fixated on me. I wasn't overthinking. That gleam in her eyes looked all too familiar among the boys and girls in my previous school. Oh, wow. Whenever they wanted me for my body or to use me as a stepping stone to approach my family, I've seen it too much already. Wait, is that Jisoo or someone else? My childhood friends were all ordered by their parents to approach me with the goals of pleasing my parents. I'm so used to their fake behavior that I don't get hurt anymore. Oh, really? I didn't know what she wanted. Honestly, though, I didn't want to label such a cute girl as a bad person either. I asked around and found out her name's Jisoo. She had the class monitor together with a pink-haired girl were in their own group. Oh, let me tell you what Jisoo wants you for your body. She's a big time pervert like Jianyu. Good God, why? Wanna eat with us? They eagerly asked me. But since I had a habit of eating alone, I rejected their invitation, planning to go to the cafeteria where there were fewer people. Oh, nice. Once they left me, I shut my eyes and pressed my fingers to my temples, letting my eyes rest for a bit. Ah, fellow classmate Jihua. Who talks like that? But I don't know. I already rejected a few invitations, but I grossly underestimated their eagerness. Oh, you grossly underestimated the tenacity of this beast called Jisoo. Thank you, but I'm not hungry. Ho ho ho. Let's see how Jisoo reacts then. I opened my eyes while I spoke, only to find Jisoo standing before me. See, you cannot defeat this beast. As I recall that unhappy encounter in the garden yesterday, together with her baffling reaction this morning, I didn't feel like associating with her was a good idea. But soon you two will be lovers. I don't know how. But as a new student, I couldn't act too annoyed, so I patiently waited for her to speak. What is it? Yeah, but she says she wasn't hungry. Jisoo wasn't angry. Thank you, but I'm not hungry. What will you do? She had no intention of leaving after my refusal, occupying me. Anything else? Huh? You want to ask something? What is it? What do you want to ask to Jihua? She kept stammering while her fingers twirled around her cheeks, even her gaze kept shifting. We cannot talk in the classroom. Her action baffled me as she uneasily bobbed her head.
那我们去昨天的花园吧。
Ah, then let's go to the garden. Let's go! What could go wrong? Oh, and we're back at the garden once more. With the licorice, I assume. We reached the garden as she followed, albeit a bit far away, like certain people who once wanted to confess to me. Is this some kind of premonition then? They were mostly boys, of course. There were one or two girls too. You'll be surprised by how many girls in this school are going to confess to you. For a moment I wondered whether she really wanted to confess. Yeah, it's just the first
一
day.
见钟情吗？
Love at first sight? Yeah, like yesterday, it was love at first sight. I think she haven't realized it though.
那也太
What
愚
an
蠢了。
idiot. Sure, what an idiot, even though you two becomes lover in the future. I never believe in love at first sight, just like the Higanbana I saw yesterday. I was attracted to their beauty, but that was all. We arrived at the same spot, as if we were here to finish our scene from yesterday. I wasn't sure how long she planned to speak, but it should be about time for me to head to lunch once she was done.
其实我是想跟你道个歉。
Ah, actually, you want to apologize, Jiswoo? That's cool.
道歉？
Apologize? For yesterday? And for the class? Although I wasn't surprised, I just wasn't sure which particular incident she wanted to apologize for.
昨天是因为
Uh-huh.
第一次见到子华同学这么漂亮的人，所以不禁想到了10算
Before
莲
yesterday...
花的花语。
Still not, sorry. Before yesterday, I never met anyone as pretty as you. That's why I thought of the licorice, the Higanbana flower language.
子华同学还是比较习惯叫彼岸花吗？
Fellow classmate Jihwa, I guess you're more used to the term Higanbana.
我比较习惯直接叫名字，而不用再加上同学。
Oh, I prefer you call me by my name. No need to add fellow classmate. Okay, Jihwa. Shihwa. I must remember that. She covered her mouth and smiled after hearing my reply. Her smile was much prettier than the flowers. Who was talking this time? Is this Shihwa Thok or Jiswo?
说什么第一次见到我这么漂亮的人，他自己还不是也一样？
Oh, we are going somewhere with you too. So it was you, Shihua, who was thinking how pretty she is when she covers her mouth. Interesting.
我脸上沾了什么吗？
This is going gay pretty fast. No, just kidding. And also it's not gay, but the term people are more comfortable are gay, but no, that's simply wrong. This is going lesbian very fast. Is there something on my face? Yeah, you're pretty faced. Wink wink. Like that. Seeing how my eyes were glued on her, she suddenly felt embarrassed. I also realized I'd gone out of step.
彼岸花的花语是恶魔吗？
So the flower language of Higanbana is devil. Spider, devil, whatever it is. Red.
除了一般而言的优美和纯洁之外，还有一个就是恶魔的温柔。
Besides its common meaning of elegance and purity, it can also mean the devil's gentleness. Cool.
这些都是国内的说法。
That's how they say it in this country. What country is this? Is this Japan or somewhere? In Central Asia, I don't know. She kept emphasizing that this since yesterday. I wasn't sure why she's so obsessed.
之所以想到恶魔， 是因为觉得魔女什么的也是很漂亮的。
Bruh, I think of devil because demon girls are usually very pretty. Okay. I wanted to argue that devils and demon girls are totally different, but never mind. No one cares. Girls are girls. That's how it goes. Yeah. How do you say it? Pretty is pretty. Beautiful is beautiful. I don't care. I know she didn't say it out of malice. Besides, I couldn't be bothered even if it were spoken with ill intent. Love whoever you want to love. That's what I want to say back then when I was saying pretty is pretty, beautiful is beautiful. If you want to be beautiful, then be beautiful. If you want to be pretty, then be pretty. If you want to be handsome, then be handsome. Just be yourself. If you want to love someone because you think they are beautiful, then they are beautiful. Love them for that. Just, don't be one of those pedophile, please. No, don't.
What the hell?
Seeing no reaction from me, she remained silent. The air turned awkward as we both stood there face to face like a confession, saying, "If that's all, I'm going to head back to the classroom." Avoiding the first love convention, eh? That's what I wanted to say before she spoke again.
还记得你昨天提到的蓝色彼岸花吗？
You still remember the blue higginbana? I not remembering she called them blue spiral lilies. Yeah, they are actually fake. They are not real.
我那个时候说这种花是不存在的，对吧？
I say they don't really exist, right? Yeah. Then why do you think it's an insult? She was stating the fact. And she wasn't mocking you.
我那个时候是不是笑了？
Did I laugh at the time? Yes. I wasn't sure where she was going with this conversation. If this was really a convention, and it's taking too long. Usually they will confess right now, right? I see. Actually, if it's really a convention, then she should make it quick so I can reject her bluntly. Oh, you don't know how tenacious she is. If that's so... Ooh. A chance to make Shihua make a mistake. Let's do it. But wait, I should probably save here since I have to restart the whole game if I kind of fail. Okay, then let's admit to it. Oh, no, that's the wrong thing. Go back.
虽然不太明白你的笑点，不过大概是我闹了什么笑话，对吧？
Okay, so let's muddle through then. Ah, that's nice. Maybe. Oh,
我记不太清了。
I can remember. Sorry for speaking too fast before the voice actor.
其实我不是在笑你，只是突然想到了些别的。
Actually, I wasn't laughing at you. I suddenly remembered something else. What is it?
不过你好像误会了，所以。
But you seem to have misunderstood, so... Yeah, that's why I was trying to explain. I understand. That easy? Okay. I interrupted her. Maybe I sounded a bit annoyed. Her body quivered and she stared at me like a child who did something wrong. Oh no. I felt bad seeing her like that, so I tried my best to speak in a gentle tone.
如果是道歉的话，我已经知道了。
If you're here to apologize, then I already know. But you said she was going to confess. Is there anything else? I look at her, trying hard not to show irritation on my face. She took a deep breath and opened her mouth, as if she had just made the hardest decision. Ooh, interesting.
你还记得我吗？
Do you still remember me? Remember from yesterday? Huh? What is it? Her question so out of the blue baffled me. She seemed to have known me before. Baffled, eh? Baffling. I keep searching for my memories for a girl named Jisoo, but I drew a blank because you probably don't know her name back then. While I didn't have a photographic memory, I probably still would have had an impression of someone I've forgotten.
抱歉，我可能不太记得了。
Sorry, I didn't quite remember. If I met this interaction, I will pretend that I remember them. Just kidding. But yeah, I will probably do.
请问我们是在什么时候见过吗？
May I ask when we met? Having said that, I could almost confirm we've never met before. Ever since that incident, I had always been alone with no friends, probably when that incident happens.
还没开始上学的那个夏天。对，12年前的夏天。
That summer when we weren't in school yet. Right, the summer from 12 years ago.
你不记得了吗？
Huh.
你还帮过我的。
Do you still remember? You even helped me. She thought for a while before speaking, but it lacked determination compared to her voice before. It seems like she couldn't quite remember. She probably wouldn't be able to give me details if I asked. But I wasn't in a hurry to deny it because that summer, before I attended elementary school, I did return to the city. My grandmother passed away. That was my first visit to my father's hometown, but...
我想你可能是认错人了。
You probably got the wrong person. Oh, come on, we haven't even talked yet.
认错？不会的，你的名字我一直记着的。
Ah, wrong person. Impossible, I remember your name. Shihua. She didn't seem ready to accept my denial and strongly rebuked me.
如果是重名呢？
Oh, okay. It could have been someone with the same name.
但是是这样少见的名字。
But you have a rare name. Good argument.
但也并非完全不可能，不是吗？
But it's not entirely impossible, right? It's also not entirely impossible that you're a childhood friend of her. Just saying.
或者只是读音相同呢？
Maybe it's just pronounced the same. Could be.
可是
But what? She still wouldn't give up wanting to say something, but I really didn't want to waste my time with her anymore.
不好意思，我有点饿了。
I'm sorry, I'm a bit hungry. Oh no, you'll fall right into her trap. Now you have to have a lunch with her, right? Let's see how Jisoo will play this. Come on, Jisoo, ask her to the lunch. She cannot escape.
要一起去吃饭吗？
Oh wait, you're the one that's doing this? Okay then. Shihua. I offered her an invitation when I didn't think she'd accept. I didn't want her to accept anyway. But she did. Come on.
不用了，
Oh, okay.
我没什么胃口。
It's alright, I don't have an appetite. She lowered her head, staring at her toes. I couldn't see the look on her face, but I imagine it wasn't a happy one. Oh. Maybe I should comfort her, but I couldn't think of anything to say.
这个时候，大概说什么都没有用吧。
Okay, there's probably nothing I could say now. But she must be a very important friend. I'm so jealous. Why are you so jealous of someone's childhood friend? I smiled bitterly and gave her one last glance before turning around to leave. The mild breeze of summer rain brushed past my bangs and twirled up menacingly. Was it preventing me from leaving? But such a light, gentle breeze couldn't even stop a butterfly, not to mention a person. It was as light and gentle as the voice behind me, like a cobweb so fine and delicate, unable to withstand a frontal attack.
就算你不是那个人，我们也可以从现在开始
Ah,
做朋友。
even if we're not her, we can still be friends. Oh. When was the last time I made a friend? I couldn't be bothered to recall. And I thought I stood true to my mother's expectation, not needing friends. But I wasn't sure why she kept sticking to me like candy floss. And even left a mark on my armor. Ooh. Ah, another transition. What is happening? There we go. What flower is this that they are kept showing? Is that Higanbana or what? And what is that thing? She said she come for me just like how the Monkey King Wukong raided a rainbow cloud in search of his lover Shishya. Wukong. Wait, Monkey King has a lover? I don't know that. Shishya goes the opening but not the ending. Oh, interesting. What do you mean by that? Shishya? Jisuo guessed the opening but not the ending. Oh, okay, what do you mean by that? Hello? And then fade to light. We are back at the classroom. Okay, I think it's time for me to end the video right here because it's been 30 minutes for me. Around 30 minutes. I guess there will be still one more or two more episodes of this visual novel since it's supposed to be 2 hours of demo, but I don't know. So I guess that's all for Symbiotic Love. This part. See you later then in the next episode. Bye bye.